world-class school, that it be equal to the best schools anywhere that you would find in the world.
The amazing and beautiful thing for me is the Ethiopian Values Foundation.
It is just not a school, it's also a big family.
The idea is to close the gap between potential and access. The International Leadership Academy of Ethiopia with two primary objectives. One is to identify the top 1% of highly talented students. And by talented, we mean those students who have academic excellence and leadership potential. The second criteria is to identify students that are bright, the top 1%, but who come from socioeconomic backgrounds that won't allow them to access the best education possible. We believe that a lot of Ethiopians have great potential, but very few have access to good education. So the school is established to close the gap between potential and access.
The founding vision of the school by the founders is that it be a world-class school, that it be equal to the best schools anywhere that you would find in the world. What we have developed is a curriculum, we call it Curriculum Plus. And what that means is we use all the Ethiopian textbooks, they will be very well prepared for their tests, but we enrich it. So for example, we had a field trip to Ethiopian Airlines, and that involvement today will be reflected in their math and their physics and their English in many, many different ways.
What makes ILE different from my previous school is it does not focus on the grade that we get in exams. ILE focuses in how we use our knowledge and how we apply it in our daily life.
What I like about ILE is that ILE is not just a school, it's also a big family where you can share your ideas with, express what you're feeling freely, even if you're right or wrong.
What is really special about it is instead of trying to just copy and paste or just replicate Western education, the amazing and beautiful thing for me is the Ethiopian Values Foundation, you know? So things like tolerance, you know, amachachal, diversity. And then on top of that, we build character, attitude, leadership, the idea of service and servitude to your community. So we teach our students it is more important to seek knowledge, to seek wisdom, and to enlighten yourself instead of just looking for a job.
The classroom experience is very different because the learning experience is not just from teachers to students. It's from students to teachers as well as students to students. So it's not about the concepts inside the book, but it's beyond that. It's about relating it with life. And the teachers, they're not just teachers, they're like our friends and our family.
We have 40% boys, 60% girls, and that's an intentional ratio because we're focusing a little bit more on girls' education. Then the students themselves, just who they are. We have a broad group of personalities. So we do a whole variety of things in the classroom that is really aimed to get them to use the content in a self-expressive and creative way. So when I teach grammar, the lesson never ends with the worksheet. It always ends with an expressive usage of that grammar. Otherwise, it doesn't even work. Otherwise, they don't absorb it.
Being a teacher in the ILE, I just find the way how they progress, I find it to be amazing and I love it. And I'm so proud that I'm teaching the kids here because they progress very fast. I never expected that they'll have this quick transformation in them. So I'm very happy,
What we really need is we need financial support for every individual student who is not paying at the school. This will make the biggest difference.
We've seen the students shift. They embrace what we do, and they give us a lot of energy. So in a nutshell, what I want to say is really how proud we are of these young men and women and how much they inspire us on a daily basis.